Hey everybody, it's Shane from Shane's Box Office, and today we are going to be diving into my top 10 releases of 2021. So I have some of the movies here on Blu-ray I can show you, and then we'll have 5 honorable mentions, and so some of the movies on here, they're coming out on Blu-ray later on. I'll probably buy them. And then, yeah, this is just going to be a quick top 5 honorable mentions, and then top 10 actual favorite movies of 2021. And if you like this video, then let me know if you want to see my top, I can probably do 10 worst films of the year with some honorable mentions if you would like. And then if you like this video, of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that great stuff. I know I haven't made a video in a long time, but we're just going to jump right into it. So here we go. So I have 5 honorable mentions, and I'm looking here at my phone because I have my letterbox pulled up. It bases off of that, and so if you want to see all the movies I've seen for the year, then you can check out my letterbox at Shane's Box Office. Follow me there. I have lists, rankings, ratings, all that good stuff. And I've seen. Let me see. Haven't seen everything this year. I still need to watch things like Power of the Dog. I need to finish Tick, Tick, Boom. I need to watch Tragedy of Macbeth. I mean, those little, like, smaller independent films I still need to watch. And then I'm sure I'm missing some blockbusters here and there. But I've seen 61 films, so that's pretty good. Most of them in the theater because I do have the Regal Unlimited Pass on the Regal app, so I can go anytime I want. But yeah. So we're going to base off my letterboxd, and the first one, so I'll just try to put up on the screen and when I edit this video. The first one coming at 15 is going to be Red Rocket. So I love A24 stuff. I eat it up. Can't get enough of it. And Red Rocket, it's not a movie for everybody. It's probably not a movie for my age group whatsoever, but I wanted to see it. A24, and I mean, most actors never heard of. I mean, I've seen The Florida Project by Sean Baker, so I was looking forward to this. I still haven't seen Tangerine, or I think he made a movie called Starlight. I need to watch that, but Red Rocket, acting was great, directing was great. The cinematography is really good. I mean, you're in a pretty nasty, crappy area of Texas, and the way the camera is and like the camera shots he gets in the different settings there, and it makes it look beautiful, just like he did with the Florida Project. I don't know who did the cinematography, but hats off to them. And yeah, I mean, Simon Rex was great. I mean, some of the scenes in here are pretty vulgar. Not just showing you the content, but also the description of what he's saying. Pretty vulgar. It doesn't hold back. I don't think they'd make a movie like this in Hollywood. I think only A24 could pull this off. The independent studios can pull movies like this off, because I don't think Hollywood really make something like this. It's very raw and realistic and authentic. So I appreciate that. Like I said, it doesn't hold back. So yeah, my 5th honorable mention is Red Rocket. Coming up next is King Richard. Will Smith was great. Everybody in this movie is really good. I mean, some parts here and there are a little slow. I love the tennis matches, seeing them, because tennis, not really that interesting to me, but in the movie it was interesting, the story and everything, and how Will Smith only wanted the best for his daughters. So I don't know. It's going to be, I guess, close between him and Andrew Garfield for the nomination. Well, not even nomination, just for the win. Who's going to win it this year for Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, and Oscars and all that. We'll see. Will Smith did a great job, though. So the next one, the 3rd honorable mention I have is The Last Duel. Now, I really like this movie. I think it's better than House of Gucci. That movie's just mediocre. This one is a really great epic film. Sorry if you hear my phone buzzing. Like I said, I do have it up for Letterboxd, but The acting in here really good. Jodie Comer, I mean, you've seen her in Free Guy this year, but this is a totally different role for her, and I really appreciate that. I mean, she had a lot of guts to take on this role, and some of the stuff she had to go through in this. So, like, hats off to her. But yeah, Ridley Scott can't do no harm with, I would say, this time period. Like, of course, Gladiator, and he made things I haven't seen, like Robin Hood and Kingdom of Heaven, which I know is good. Um, I heard good things about those. But yeah, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Adam Driver, and can't do any harm with those actors. And yeah, the duel at the end of this is really riveting. I mean, it's edgier seat stuff, but the rest of it's straight up drama. So if you think this is going to be an action epic, because they marketed this pretty wrong, in my opinion, they hyped it up. Oh, it's going to be an action epic, but they really only showed the some of the battle scenes and the some of the duel at the end. They didn't show the drama aspects of it, but this is straight up drama. It's split into three parts, showing Jodie Comer, Matt Damon, and Adam Driver's perspectives on the event that takes place in this film. So yeah, I love it. It looks good on 4K. So yeah, The Last Duel is coming as my third honorable mention. So I'll put that right here. And then a horror movie that a lot of people crap on. I mean, I know people say it's filler and they don't know what this guy is, but it is Halloween Kills. I mean, I agree. They did sideline Laurie Strode, but I have a feeling she's going to come back stronger than ever in Halloween Ends. I like how they focus on the town, because you don't really see the town. You didn't really see Tommy or Lindsay come back in the last one, or I haven't seen Halloween sequels. I only seen the original 2018 and this. I need to see the sequels. I need to get the 4K Shout Factories of those, but I really enjoyed Halloween Kills. I had a fun time with it. Now, the ending, yes, pretty fun, but I mean, come on. I mean, is he supernatural, or like what the hell is he? I don't really know. It's getting crazy at this point, but we'll see how it ends and Halloween Ends. So that's my next honorable mention. And then here we have another movie. It's DC, and I can't believe this got made, but in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it is very good. It's probably not in my top 10 because of the runtime. I mean, it is 4 hours. Some parts drag a little bit, but way more character development, and especially Cyborg and Flash. Of course, you have the black suit Superman, which is really cool, but I don't know a ton about that with the comic book. Sorry, I have really bad allergies right now. But yeah, I don't know a ton about the black suit Superman. Wonder Woman's great, Batman's great, Aquaman's fun. He's just kind of there, I guess. But yeah, I still haven't even watched the 4K of this. It's still sealed. But yeah, it is one of the greatest superhero movies ever made on this quote, as you can see. And I'm sure it looks great on 4K. And I just need to watch it. So I think DC had a pretty good year. Next year, I mean, we'll see. DC and Marvel got a lot. I think the Batman's going to be great. We're going to get Aquaman and Black Adam and I think something else, but I don't know. And really, only thing I'm looking forward to for Marvel is Doctor Strange 2, because I have no idea what they're going to do with Thor 4. I don't know how that's really going to be. Same with Black Panther. And Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, I'm ready for that. But that's not really, I guess, MCU. But yeah, I think DC might have a better year than Marvel next year. I mean, we'll just have to see. We might have some surprises. But yeah, I can't wait for the Batman with Robert Pattinson. And Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming in as my fifth honorable mention. So let's get into the actual top 10 favorite movies of 2021. Now, let me just say, we had a lot of blockbusters this year. And I hate for so many blockbusters to be overshadowing some really good independent films and films that will be award worthy. But the blockbusters, man, they did it. They knocked it out of the park. I mean, so many movies got delayed to this year, so we had tons of content to dive into, digest. But yeah, like we had great films, like of course The French Dispatch, which didn't make my list, my favorite Wes Anderson film. Now we had great films like I Have Nobody over there. And what else? We have Free Guy and Godzilla vs Kong. I mean Belfast. What else? I mean, The Green Knight was technically very good, not really so much for me. The story didn't do much, but yeah, so we had great movies this year, and let me show you what my top 10 is. So, probably one of the best sequels ever made, and that is A Quiet Place Part 2. Now, I think what made this lower, it didn't do as much for me, probably because it doesn't have John Krasinski. I know he directs it, which he does a great job, but it's a little slower. The ending is very good. Not as good as the first, in my opinion. Doesn't beat that one out, but very good suspense. All the characters are great. You have Cillian Murphy right here. And then, I mean, the stuff that I do, like, I mean, having the baby and everything, make sure it doesn't, like, scream and all that. I mean, it's a great film. I got this on Black Friday, so it's open, but I haven't checked out the 4K of it. But yeah, it's a great sequel. If you haven't checked it out yet, I don't know really what you're doing. And if you haven't seen the first one, I don't know what you're doing. So check it out. It's very good. Now we have a movie that I was probably most anticipating in like the first half of the year. I don't know if this is first half, second half, whatever. But The Suicide Squad. Now, oh, my mic, sorry. But yeah, I love tons of characters in this movie. They did good with Rick Flag in this one. They did good with King Shark. I love King Shark. Bloodsport, basically Deadshot, but okay, more violent. Pretty cool. Harley Quinn, of course, is great. Peacemaker, really good. I like John Cena now because of this. I think he can act good in comedy and some like R-rated action roles. He does pretty good. I mean, F9, he was not good, but this, he was good. I can't wait for his own show. They need to stop releasing so many trailers of it, though. I mean, how many trailers are they going to show of Peacemaker? We just need to wait and get it already and stop being spoiled with all this like footage of it already. But yeah. Who else do we have in here? We have Ratcatcher 2. She's the heart of it. I mean, I thought Polka Dot Man had a lot of heart. I mean, he got me like emotional at the end. And then we have The Thinker up here. The Thinker. I mean, we have lots of great characters, and so many people die right away. Like James Gunn said, don't get too attached. And he was right, because they kill off tons of people right away. But, yeah, it was a fun time. I can't wait to watch it again on 4K. I heard it looks great. So, yeah, that's the Suicide Squad, the 2021 version. And I actually like the 2016 one. People crapped on it, but I didn't mind it. But this one obviously is a massive upgrade. The next one we have is a franchise of a movie that I have seen none of. I just wanted to see this one because it was on a much grander, bigger scale. I saw it in IMAX, and that's Daniel Craig in his last outing of No Time to Die. Now, I just picked this one up. It's sealed also. I need to watch the 4K, but it has a really nice cover. Yeah, like I said, I have seen none of them. Not even the other Daniel Craig ones, which I know I'm crazy for that, but I just thought, it's a basic action movie. It's like Mission Impossible and all that stuff. But, yeah, I think I need to go back and watch the other ones. I mean, Rami Malek, he was good, but he was sidelined a little bit. Ana de Armas, she was great for the time she was in it. I mean, Jeffrey Wright, love him in movies now. I mean, seen more of his stuff, but, yeah, the humor in here, I mean, it was pretty good. It's much more emotional than action heavy, but you got Christoph Waltz, Ralph Fiennes, Naomi Harris. I mean, Leah Sedux. I don't know how to say her name. She was in the French Dispatch though. But yeah, No Time to Die. So that was a pretty good one this year, coming in at number 8. The next one I do not have on Blu-ray, because I have not bought it yet. It is a Disney title. It is Cruella. coming at number 7. I love this movie. I saw it with my mom when it came out, and then on Disney Plus I waited for it so my dad could watch it because he didn't want to see it in the theater because he didn't know how it would be. But I seen it twice. It looks great. Technically, it's amazing. Great story. I didn't know really what they would do with the Cruella movie. It does drag in the middle towards the end a little bit. But I had a lot. People said, "Oh, there was too many fashion heists." I had fun with those. The ending pretty good, like I said. Just the part before, like preparing for the end, was a little slow. So yeah, it kind of dragged at some little tiny points for a little over 2 hour runtime. But yeah, Emma Stone, she can do no wrong. She should probably win something for that role. I mean, she's very good in it. But that Cruella, and then actually, the next 3 movies I don't have. They're going to be coming out hopefully soon. But this next one comes at number 6. It's more reserved performance for this actor. It's Joaquin Phoenix and Wendy Norman and Come On, Come On. And the little kid in this, I think he's great. Very curious kid. And I like the story. I mean, much more subdued and, like I said, reserved performance for Joaquin. He's not doing crazy roles and or darker roles in like Gladiator or You Were Never Really Here or Joker, of course. But yeah, Joaquin Phoenix does no harm either. I mean, he's a great actor. I need to see more of his work. I'm gonna watch hopefully The Sisters Brothers soon. I need to watch The Master and Inherent Vice. I mean, he's probably one of the best working today. No doubt about it. But if you haven't seen Come On, Come On, I know it's pretty limited in the theater. It is A24, so this is probably my favorite A24 film of this year. I've seen Zola, The Green Knight, Red Rocket, Come On, Come On. I need to watch the Macbeth one and The Humans. I need to watch that. But if you haven't seen Come On, Come On, you need to get on that. I mean, it did not get a lot of nominations at Critics' Choice or Golden Globes, which I'm super bummed out about. I mean, they are just overlooking this film. I don't know if it's too small for them or like what the deal is, but it should get more nominations. I mean, it should come up at the Oscars and stuff, have an Oscar talk, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. We'll see. It could have a surprise. But yeah, Come On, Come On's my number 6. Go watch it if it's still there. If not, buy the Blu-ray right away. I know I am. Number 5. Now this one, I was anticipating it for a long time. I'm not the biggest fan of the director's other works. I've only seen a little bit of his work. I've seen Prisoners. That's my favorite one of Denis Villeneuve's work. And Blade Runner 2049, I did not care about that. I mean, technically it's a masterpiece, but oh my god, I was bored, ready to fall asleep. Super slow. I couldn't even finish Arrival. I mean, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure Sicario will be better and some of his other stuff. We'll see. But of course, number 5 is Dune. Now, okay, I'll agree with you. It is slower. It's not as like action heavy as Star Wars. You thought all this action was going to be in it, but no, it's more of a world building story type movie. Just getting you used to this world and the characters. Now part 2, I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. I can't wait for it. I can't believe it's coming so soon in 2023 already. But yeah, I would think it would take longer to make. But yeah, Dune, it's a masterpiece technically. Story, it's probably not much of a masterpiece, but the acting it's pretty good. It got a really good cast, and I mean the villains, they're pretty cool. Dave Bautista and Polka Dot Man. I can't say his last name, David something, and then you got Stellan Skarsgård, so he's cool as the Baron. And I mean, Dune, I saw it in IMAX, so yeah, that's the way it should be seen. And then I'll probably get the 4K when it comes out. I watched it on HBO Max with my dad because at first I watched it with my mom, and then I think it's great. It looks great in IMAX. I mean, the story, it's not as good as some of these other films before it, but yeah, it's coming in my number five. Say what you want about it, but Dune, it's what it is. I mean, if you weren't happy, just get ready for part two, and I think it will really come together, and you'll enjoy the whole thing, everything as a whole about it. But next is oh yeah, not yet. I was looking at my Blu-ray ready to pick up another one, but no, it's a. People say horror. I don't really think so. I think it's more psychological thriller, and I mean maybe some scares and like images that could frighten you. I don't really know. Depends how much you get scared by stuff, but great. Two young actresses in it, Anya Taylor-Joy and Thomasin McKenzie, and that is Last Night in Soho. So I had a great time with this. I went to the theater, got dropped off. I went by myself, used my pass, and it's a great movie. Haven't seen anything by Edgar Wright. I do have World's End coming on 4K. I need to watch Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim, Shaun of the Dead. I know. I mean, I didn't know that Edgar Wright made all those until now, but Last Night in Soho, I love this film. I can't wait for it on 4K and to rewatch it. Hopefully have my mom watch it. Maybe my grandparents, will see. Because it is like 60s theme and they love the music and everything. But yeah, the young actresses in it were very good. And a lot of people didn't put it this high up this year. I mean, I don't know if people thought it was mediocre. They didn't like the third act. I mean, I had a great time with it. A really good twist, and Edgar Wright. Like I said, I can't talk about him too much. I haven't seen so much of his work, but yeah, Last Night in Soho is very good, and I can't wait. I love the soundtrack, and Anya Taylor-Joy, she can sing, act. I mean, dance, do it all. So yeah, that's Last Night in Soho at number 4. All right, next up on my list on Letterboxd, a movie that a musical. Oh, people criticize too much, and it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Oh, he's not that good. He puts in too much music. I mean, where's the story? Where's the talking parts? No, this movie is very good. Now, it's not as good as Hamilton. I saw Hamilton on Broadway, but I mean, this is first musical I think he's on Broadway. That's In the Heights. I mean, look at this slipcover. It's freaking amazing. Great actors in it and actresses. Oh, my nose is dripping. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, Anthony Ramos. He was in Hamilton in the original cast. He's great. I mean, you got the girl that's going to be in the new Scream. What's her name? The grandma. Abuela. She was very good. I love her song. And, yeah, I haven't watched it on 4K. I've seen it twice. Once in the theater and once on HBO Max. And can't wait to rewatch it. I mean, great soundtrack, great music. Say what you want about it, but I mean, it's a great movie. And, okay, they could have fleshed out some more characters, but what do you want? You want this to be a 3.5-hour movie? I mean, I don't know, but, yeah, it's very beautiful to look at, beautiful story. I mean, really uplifting and everyone united, coming together. No one's really divided in this. They're all in it together, and yeah, I mean, it's just a great time. And so that's why it's coming in at my number 3, In the Heights. Now, next, there's a film I saw in IMAX with my mom. My dad didn't really want to see it because, it's new. It's a new superhero. I don't really know how that's going to be. And some people didn't take a chance on this in the theater. I don't know why, but it was a big shocker. The second best Marvel movie of the year, and probably Marvel content of the year. Like, I didn't care for Black Widow at all. And Eternals, it was decent, but this, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, like I said, I saw it in IMAX in theaters, and now I have the 4K. I saw it on Disney Plus. I saw it on Disney Plus because I watched it with my dad. I mean, this movie looks beautiful. It's a great story, great action in the end. I think it's my favorite MCU origin story of a new superhero, like even more than Black Panther. And I love Black Panther, but this, it's just like a little bit higher than Black Panther for me. But yeah, Shang-Chi, it's great. Aquafina, she kind of annoys me sometimes, but in this she was fine. Pretty funny stuff for Marvel. And then the bus scene in this, very good. The post-credit scenes, I can't wait to see where that takes us. But yeah, I mean, people say, oh, the acting sucks and all this stuff. I mean, it's Marvel. I mean, I thought they did a pretty good job. And yeah, so Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings coming in at number 2. Now, the next one, I think you all know what it is by now. Gave you a little bit of hint with the Marvel stuff, but it hasn't came out yet, of course. Saw it in IMAX opening weekend, and this, you have to take into account the whole big picture. Not just the movie, it's the whole experience as a whole. The technicality of it, and the experience in the theater, and that is, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home. I do have Far From Home and Homecoming with the 4K slipcovers, but yeah, I mean, Tom Holland, I thought he was my favorite Spider-Man, but then I'm like, maybe not. Maybe Tobey's better. I really like Andrew. And No Way Home, he gives his best performance as Spider-Man. Like people said, he's much more mature, much more brutal, especially at the end of the film. It's just great. I can't say too much about it, even though it's been out for, today is going to be 3 weeks now, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't really know what you're doing. But everyone that's seen it already, if you wanted to see it. I mean, when you get to a certain part and a certain thing happens, I mean, it just makes the movie go up so much. Because I'll admit, the first part of it, I was like, alright, they're cracking jokes here and there. We have some little action scenes. We're hanging out with our friends. But then once you have a certain scene, I'm not going to say what it is, but and the audience is just cheering and like screaming and having a good time because it is appropriate to do it at that time. It just makes the whole thing go up. I mean, the ending, the people cheering and screaming, clapping. Oh my God! Some people like crying. I mean, you have all emotions in one bag. It's great. It's the greatest experience that the theater have ever had since Endgame, probably even more than Endgame. Because Endgame, I mean, of course, it was only really at the end people were cheering and all that stuff. But I mean, this is a whole thing throughout, people clapping and all that. But the movie as a whole, technicality-wise, it looks great. I know it's a lot of CGI, but I mean, probably the best-looking Spider-Man out of the Tom Holland trilogy and the Homecoming trilogy. And yeah, like I said, Tom Holland's great. Happy, Aunt May, Zendaya as MJ, and I mean Ned and Doctor Strange. They're all really good. They did show the trailers. They showed just what they needed to. They didn't have to show too much. I mean, the villains, you get classic villains in here. It's great. Post-credit scenes. I mean, there's really technically one post-credit scene, and then the second one is just, how do I say this? Like, promotional advertisement, I guess, for the next project. But, which we all seen by now, which real one saw that in the theater with Spider-Man. But yeah, the post-credit scene, really cool. Can't wait to see where they go with that. And yeah, so Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I like Far From Home better than Homecoming. Homecoming's fun, not really rewatchable for me too much. Far From Home, pretty good. And No Way Home is going to have a lot of rewatches probably once I get the 4K. Because it's that good. And yeah, it's a 5-star film. And yeah, okay, so that's my favorite movie of the year, Spider-Man No Way Home. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I've seen some other people's top 10 lists out there and honorable mentions. Like I said, if you want to see my worst films that I've seen this year, I mean, not necessarily that they're super bad, just they don't really like them, didn't work for me personally. That's just my opinion, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the honorable mentions that I gave and the Blu-rays that I show, which I have for the top 10 movies of this year, and I hope you enjoyed this little list I had. Like I said, a lot of blockbusters, but had some smaller stuff here and there. And yeah, so like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video. I know it's New Year's. Maybe I'll come back. I haven't done a ton of videos since like the summer or live streams, so maybe I'll come back next year and do some more stuff. And yeah, like I said, follow me on Letterboxd if you want to see my list, the whole list of this year and where I ranked everything, what I've seen. Like I said, I still have a lot more to see, but yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great New Year's. Maybe I'll talk to you soon, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next one. Peace, guys. Have a good one.